We need to talk. We need to talk. Something serious. For real. All right. Got a question for you. Real quick. What's your relationship with money? What is your relationship with money? And how healthy is your relationship with money? Our relationship with money is going to be determined on our perception of the purpose of money. And it's going to determine our level of wealth. There's three levels I'm going to go over in the real general. I'm going to talk about the poor, the middle class, and the wealthy. Okay? The poor, they basically believe that the purpose of money is just to buy stuff. Okay? And we see it all over the place. All over the place. Especially this time of the year. And it's not necessarily buying stuff that they need. Okay? It's talking about sneakers and shoes and clothes and suits and dresses and purses and little odds and ends for the house, antiques whether they need them or not, cars and accessories for vehicles, air fresheners and rims and custom, foot rugs and all different kind of stuff, right? All over the place, just buying up stuff, video games, devices, whether they need them or not. You know what I'm saying? Computers, laptops, all different type of things, just buying stuff. Marketers are getting real good at planning on how to take your money, planning on how to spend your money. And one thing that I learned a long time ago is that if you don't make a plan on spending your money, there are other people that are making a plan. They're sitting in rooms to make a plan to spend your money for you. Okay? They're going to be making these decisions for you. And their marketing team is putting plans together. They're studying your buying habits. They're studying these trends. They're studying the commercials that get you to purchase. They're studying websites that get you to go ahead and make these. Hello, how you doing? Caro Bugato. Did I say your name right? Or is it Caro Bugato? Did I say your name right? Let me know. How you doing today? Hope everything is well with you. So you have marketing departments that are really taking time to study your buying habits, and they're making sure, hello, let's go, hi, what's going on, SGAS, Geeko, how you doing? So these people are literally getting together to figure out your spending habits, to figure out what gets you interested in buying things, when it comes to the stuff you need for everyday life, when it comes to the school supplies that you choose to buy or to get for your children, when it comes to all of the stuff that you need, and even the stuff that they can even get you to want. And when I was in sales, there's 4 ingredients to a sale. All right, I'm focused on giving y'all value today to let y'all know how this thing works on the flip side. There are 4 ingredients to a sale: need, want, affordability, and urgency. Okay? And if all of those 4 ingredients are there, they say all the time that you got a sale. You need it, you want it, it's affordable, and a sense of urgency, which is why you see them say for a limited time, you can get this item at the low price of so-and-so 99 or so-and-so 98 or so-and-so 97. We see it happens all the time, okay? We see department stores do it. We see gurus do it. We see it happen all over the place, okay? And for those of us who only think that the purpose of money is to buy stuff, as soon as we get some money in our pocket, we're looking for something to purchase. It's like the money is burning a hole in our pocket and we're looking for something to buy, okay? Sometimes it could be out of necessity, and sometimes it could be for what do they say? Some type of therapy, right? Some type of therapy, shopping therapy or whatever they say, okay? So then they're looking for opportunities to spend this money that you worked really hard for, that you traded hours for, that you bled, sweat, and you cried for, okay? There are people, okay, you made it in Indonesia, all right, awesome. And so these people are putting their best minds together. They're hiring students that went to school for marketing to figure out how to get you to take the money that you worked so hard for, that check that you worked so hard for, and to spend it with their company, okay? They're doing it left and right all over the place. This is not something that happens by chance. This is not something that happens, just by luck. This is all by design. This is all strategic. This is all planned. This is all organized. And if you don't take charge of your spending habits, if you don't have the right relationship with money, it's going to be released out of your hand almost as soon as you got it. The Bible says that the money, a fool and his money will soon part. So you don't want that to happen. And so in order for us to prevent that type of thing from happening, we can't be a fool. We can't be foolish when it comes to money. We have to use wisdom when it comes to money. So if you're just thinking that the purpose of money is just to buy things, then you're going to find real quick that it's going to be hard for you to get to a wealthy place. It's going to be hard for you to get to a place where you're financially comfortable. We're not even talking, at this point, we're not even talking about financial freedom. We're just talking about getting to a place where you're comfortable financially. And that's never going to happen if you don't have the right relationship with money. It's never going to happen if you don't have the right mindset, okay? Let's move quickly. Part 2, all right? So the second phase, or the second level, all right? You good with money? Okay, you can keep it for years. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So you're going to like where we're going with this. You're going to love where we're going with this. All right, Mike? You're going to love where we're going with this. Check it out. All right, so part 2, that's the middle class. So the middle class basically believes that if they pay their bills on time, they'll be able to keep their credit straight. They'll be able to keep their credit up so that they can go ahead and purchase things that they can't necessarily afford. Now, when I say afford, I mean that you can go to the store or go to the lot and pay the full price, right? And it's not breaking you, it's not hurting your pockets or anything like that. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to borrow from anybody. You don't have to get any loans or anything. So I'm talking about cars. I'm talking about homes. I'm talking about devices. You know what I'm saying? Like $1,500 cell phones or $3,500 laptops, things of that nature. They don't necessarily have the money to go ahead and just go to the store and just pay cash, okay? They got to put it on a credit card. They have to finance it in some type of way. That's what I'm talking about, buying things that you can't afford. I'm not saying that you can't afford the monthly payments. I'm not saying that that's going to put you, out of the house or whatever, trying to pay the monthly payments. I'm not talking about the monthly payments. I'm talking about the total price of the goods or any type of specific service. So the middle class feel like if I pay my bills on time, I can build up my credit to purchase these things that I can't afford. Okay? And in some cases, they even can't afford it on the long run because they're not going to be able to pay their bills, right? And be able to save money or put themselves in a position where they can pay their bills and make investments, okay? Because everything is going towards paying for these things that they might have wanted. And a lot of times it's to keep up with the Joneses or to impress people that they don't even like. You know what I'm saying? We see that happen so often. All right. So let me check out this message real quick. There's a message that's held for review. So all my friends fold up nearly and go in my wallet. Wow. Wow, Mike, that's sad, man. That's sad. Listen, there are some very important things that we need to learn, and that is first and foremost knowing your value, and then also having friends around you that if they value you and they value your friendship, they'll be willing to learn what you know. They'll be willing to grow right along with you. So there'll only be a short period of time where they will actually be borrowing money from you. And what's going to end up happening is they're going to add value to their own lives. And in turn, they're going to add value to your life. Okay? So these are things you need to consider. Are these people really friends? Or is it really time for you to put yourself in a position where you got to evaluate these relationships? And you may have to go ahead and, sit down with these friends and figure out what the priorities are. Figure out what's most important. You know what I'm saying? If it's the friendship, if it's the money, if it's the ability for them to go ahead and ask you for what they want when they want it. Are they still going to value the friendship if you decide that, you're not going to be sharing your bread anymore, that you're not going to be sharing your money anymore? Are these friends still going to be friends? These are things that we have to consider. All right. So I'm a barber by profession. Okay. But I'm also a life insurance agent. I'm a licensed life insurance agent. So I'm seeing in a lot of different cases, there are people that are taking care of other people who should be able to take care of themselves. And because of the fact that for whatever reason they can't say no to these people, it puts yourself in a position where you're going to question the relationship, or you might even end up struggling financially. And if you get to the point where you end up struggling financially, sometimes these people who call themselves friends disappear. I'm not going to say this is going to happen in your case, because like I said, if you get a chance to sit down with these friends, you may be able to reevaluate some things and change the nature of their relationship with money, and also shift the relationship with you, so that you may be in a position where you can go from just being a friend to being a mentor. They can learn what you know, so that their lives can be improved as well. I hope this is helping. This is a very sensitive subject, and I understand it. I'm sure these are probably people that you know and that you love, and that it's so important for us to, especially if it's a good relationship, do what we can to make sure that we are protecting, we are safeguarding the health of that relationship. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's move on, and I hope that helps. So number 3 is when we're dealing with the wealthy, when we're dealing with rich people. Now, a wealthy person's mindset when it comes to money, the way they perceive money, the way they see money, is that the purpose of money is to figure out how they can make that money make more money for them. Okay, so what they want to do is they want to invest that money, and for the money that they invest, for that money to get pregnant and make baby money. All right, does that make sense? Or have that money go out. I could put it another way: have that money go out and make friends. All right, and come back with their friends. So what they're doing is, when it comes to what they spend the baby money, or they spend the friends, but they don't spend the mama money. They don't spend the money that they're investing. Okay, what they do is they take that money and they'll reinvest it. Now, in some cases, they may also take some of that baby money and invest some of that baby money as well. Okay, so that it can make more babies. It can make grandbabies. You understand what I'm saying? And it all can grow, and they only spend out of that. And see, what wealthy people also do is they only when it comes to the money that they create for themselves, or the cash flow that they create for themselves, they cash flow for themselves according to their creativity. Okay, and these are things that I've learned from Myron Golden. According to their creativity, not with their creativity, according to their creativity. Let's say if somebody wanted to purchase a beach home in Florida, okay, in order for this wealthy person to purchase this beach home, what they would do is they would create an offer. They will create an offer that will pay for that beach home. So if they're an artist, they would make an album, okay? If they were an author, they would write a book. And the proceeds from this book, they would use to purchase this home. The artist, the proceeds from the streaming of the albums or the purchasing of the albums that they would make would buy or help them to purchase this beach home. It wouldn't necessarily come right out of their pocket. So what happens is when they go ahead and make this purchase, the cool thing about this is they still have the offer they created. So they purchased what they wanted to purchase with this creativity, and then they still have the offer. So they still have this album that continues to sell, or they still has this book that continues to sell. So the offer is still there and it's still making more money. So they can buy more things or they can make more investments. So those investments can make more money as well. When we have the right mindset towards money, it'll put us in position of power financially. When we have the right relationship with money, it shifts how we're able to conduct our lives on a regular basis. And then when we get money in our pocket and when our mindset changes, sometimes you'll remember how you used to think. You know, when you have money in your hand, and you'll be thankful that now you have this new mindset. So now you can take this mindset and you can go ahead and utilize it for yourself and utilize it for other people. Like take for instance, one of the things that you can invest in, and I'm gonna give this example, is life insurance. You know, there's one type of life insurance called an IUL. It's an index universal life insurance policy. So with an IUL, what happens is you go ahead and invest or save a certain amount of money every month. And what happens is this money grows in compound interest. Okay? Just to give you an example, there's one client that one of my mentors had a couple of years ago, and he had $2 million in his IUL, his Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. So what he did is he borrowed $1 million from that policy. Now, what he was charged from borrowing that money was 50. Now, here's what happened. Okay? And this complex that he invested this money in, what happened was in a year, he made a profit of $250,000. Okay, in that same year, what happened as well is that his life insurance policy, it had accumulated $200,000. Okay, in that same year. So he had the profit from the apartment complex that he invested in. He also had the profit from the life insurance policy, and he was charged $50,000. Now, what ended up happening is from this situation, as a result, he still had a profit with both of these investments. He still had a profit of $400,000, $200,000 from the life insurance policy, $250,000 from the apartment complex that he invested in, and he was charged $50,000. So he still made a $400,000 profit by making this investment. Does that make sense? Now, some of us, if we would have had that $2 million, we probably would have spent it on some things. Spent it on a nice house, you know, spent it on cars, clothes, shopping, traveling, all these different type of things. But if you choose to take the money that you make and invest this money, use this money wisely, there's great things that you can accomplish I remember watching Earn Your Leisure, and I'm gonna end with this. Ian Dunlap was saying, and these are for those of us who have this put away and to do these things with. He was saying that you should invest of earnings, especially if you're a brand new entrepreneur. He said, invest it in the market with these companies that are already successful. He said, if you do this, you are going to eat. You're going to make money because you're investing in these businesses that are already doing well as you're growing your business. He said, think about it. While you're figuring out how to build your business, these businesses are already successful. So you're investing this 40% in these businesses that are already successful. What's going to happen is you're going to have the money that you need to sustain your business and sustain your life, and money to be able to put away and even to invest as you're building, as you're growing your business, because you're still making a profit. You're just investing 40% of your profit. You understand what I'm saying? So you can still sustain your business while you're investing in these other businesses that are already successful, and your money is just going to continue to grow. All right? So let's think of our money like seeds. Think of them as seeds. The money that you're making, whether you're making it on your job, if you're a W-2 employee, or if you are an entrepreneur, or if you are self-employed, you know, if you are a private contractor or anything like that, start thinking about and organizing our pockets. Because 9 times out of 10, because of the fact that it seems like it goes out faster than it comes in, and it seems like, you know, our wallets are just spinning out of control and money is just leaving and we don't know where it's going, 9 times out of 10 is because we're not paying close attention to it. We're not paying close attention to it. See, these things are not things that I always knew. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in a season right now where I'm not just learning it, but it's really starting to make sense. And I have it organized enough in my mind to be able to share it with others, even to be able to answer some questions and things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? So in order for us to be able to really get on top, we have to shift our mindset. We have to educate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We have to study businesses that are successful. These things are going to help us. We have to study multimillionaires. Even when it comes to the podcasts that we watch, let's watch podcasts that are going to feed us, you know, that are going to educate us. Now, the entertaining podcasts are cool and they have its place, but let's not take all of our free time and do that. Let's also take the opportunity that we can to read books and get information about finances, you know, so that we can grow in that area as well. You know what I'm saying? There is a book called Money, Wealth, Life Insurance. That's a powerful book for you to study and get financially literate. There is a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki that has a lot of very important information, you know, about financial literacy, where you can educate yourself. And these are 2 powerful books that you can just go ahead and read off top. I'm going to be sharing more titles as we go along. But the more we educate ourselves about finances and the more we get organized when it comes to our finances, the better we're going to get at this and the less stressful our life would be. All right? Just imagine being able to wake up in the morning and to not have to go to work. You can choose to just take the day off, or to be able to take vacations once a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Every 3 months, go on vacation where you don't have to worry about how much you're spending. You don't have to worry about how much time you're away. You know, one of the things that there's an actress that says when she travels, when she goes on vacation, she likes to go on vacation for a month. It ain't no 2 weeks. She's away for a month. Just imagine being able to be on vacation for a whole month. 30 days, 31 days, gone. Imagine being able to, even in some cases, just turn your phone off and not worry about notifications, not worry about, you know, watching your bank account closely to make sure you're going over. to make sure you're not getting overdraft fees, to go someplace and to be able to buy souvenirs for yourself, to buy souvenirs for your children or your nieces and nephews if you don't have children, or kids in your neighborhood that you see that don't have much. Imagine being able to donate whatever you want to your favorite charity. Imagine being able to live wherever you want and not have to worry about what the neighborhood is like, or if my car is going to be safe, or is my house going to be broken into. But you're in a safe neighborhood because you can afford it. These are the type of things that we're going to be able to do. This is the type of lifestyle that we're going to be able to have if we begin to work on our mindset and we begin to work on our relationship with money. Okay? So, quick recap. Number one, poor people believe that the purpose of money is to buy things. Number two, the middle class believe that the purpose of money is to pay their bills on time so that they can keep their credit score up, so they can afford, so they can buy things that they can't afford. Number three, wealthy people, they look at the purpose of money as using it as an opportunity, a tool to be used instead of a pool to be viewed, a tool to be used to make more money. How can I use this money to make more money? And they're constantly getting creative and thinking of ways and getting better and better at doing just that, figuring out how to get that money to make more money. Okay? So the more we can figure this out and get this right, the better off we're going to be financially. We're going and learn, different ways you can invest money, different things you can do creatively. There are people who purchase businesses, small businesses like laundromats and things of that nature, and they get good at that. And they also have communities where they help people learn how to do this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are opportunities that we have. You see what's happening with cryptocurrency. There's a lot of people that have been laughing at cryptocurrency throughout the years and looked at it as a joke. And now Bitcoin is at $90,000 a coin. I remember when it was at $215. I remember that, when a Bitcoin was $215. So, listen, there's more opportunities that are coming. Don't think that you have missed out on everything. Get yourself in a place where you're educated about finances, you're educated about money, so that you will be able to get rich and maybe even wealthy in your lifetime. I wish you the best. I wish you success. I wish you much peace, okay, and no stress in your life, so that you can be able to live the best life, your best life in your lifetime. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later, and pray y'all have a good one. Any questions, concerns, any comments, please leave them. And, let's continue this conversation. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a blessed